Hey guys, what is up and welcome to the final episode of Swim or Sink. Sadly, yes, we are wrapping it up for this series at least. We really appreciate you watching it and I've really enjoyed learning from 8 participants. I hope that it's inspired you. Thanks for watching. There you are.
Hey.
Hey Glenn, how are you, mate?
Hey Ty, I'm good. Good to see you again.
For the viewers who don't know who Glenn Silburn is, who is Glenn Silburn?
I'm the publisher and commercial manager for Professional Beauty, which is a media channel providing content for Australia's business owners, i.e. salons, spas and clinics. And what does that mean? I guess basically we're trying to give them information on products, training and education and best practice so that they can run their spas, their nail salons, their skin clinics. I've been doing that for 15 years. We do that through 3 primary means: print magazine, digital channels, and also face-to-face events. So we've obviously worked together on our industry roundtable series, which has always been fantastic, and built a nice little association.
Yeah, it's been amazing. We've been working together for I think it's about 3 years now all up. What's the difference between life prior to COVID and life during COVID, both professionally and personally?
I've always adopted that attitude to squeeze every bit of life out of a given day, and whether that's the weekends, which lots of activity. Living on Sydney's northern beaches, for me, a day is an early rise, and it's surfing, it's swimming, it's back home for breakfast and a refuel, and then it's go again, and it's bike riding and tennis and scuba diving and all those great outdoor activities we've got on our doorstep. So professionally, I'm an early riser. I'm into the office at 6:30, sometimes not getting home until 6:30, 7 o'clock. So it's long days. That's pre-COVID. I think one of the things that COVID has taught me, and I say this, kind of 8 weeks on now, 10 weeks on, is to stop and breathe. And I think when you're naturally a go-getter or a project-based person, sometimes that doesn't come naturally. Not on working days anyway. So it's a good takeaway.
Okay, great. What are you guys doing to adapt in this time?
It's probably been twofold. First of all, our print channel has been impacted most immediately. We're one of the great survivors in the print world, so we've kind of bucked the trend a little bit already that it's such a strong channel for us. But just for a temporary measure, we're going to have an increased focus on digital as our communication means. And the reason for that, Ty, is that industries want current information to time-sensitive topics, and business owners in particular need to know today what was announced so that they can make decisions tomorrow. And whilst print has an amazing engagement capability, that week or 2 that you lose through printing and distribution, information becomes dated pretty quickly. So to answer your question, more emphasis on digital magazines. We've always had newsletters and social channels and websites, etc. But the other thing is that we've launched in support of the Australian beauty industry an initiative called Beauty Strong. It was very much a team effort. I'm wonderfully supported by Anita, our editor, Kerry, our online editor, Hannah, our beauty editor, and then Sanya, our designer. And we arrived at this idea that we wanted to give something back. And the best way we could do was demonstrate positivity that was happening in the industry, because there was so much doom and gloom, wasn't there? And uncertainty was really the picture. Beauty Strong was all about finding an online hub, a central point on our website and across our digital magazines and print channels that the business owners could go to, and in doing so get some sound advice on the latest restriction being imposed, or the JobKeeper status, or rental assistance. And it was really a ray of sunshine in what was otherwise a pretty thunderous sky there for a while, pretty dark and oppressive, uncertain moments for business owners. And we're pretty proud of it, and I expect it'll only grow for us. So it's it's a nice one to be associated with for not just myself, but the whole professional beauty team.
What are beauty salons doing to adapt in this time, and are there any kind of interesting stories that you've come across, obviously as being a publisher of the industry? Do you know any kind of interesting stories on that front?
With salons having closed, what we've seen, Ty, and that's a government regulation, they've had to be closed because of proximity to people and so forth. What we've seen is that they've taken that number one aspect has been taken away from them.
Right.
And so they've had to rely on the retail sales of their products, and they've stepped it up. They've stepped up quite considerably because they've recognised that it is very much a swim or sink scenario. If they don't have that retail sale, then there's no revenue coming in. So we've seen across the board some wonderful success stories there, which have been relayed to me both from salon owners and also suppliers who support them with product. And if anything good to come out of this challenging environment for them is that hopefully that's maintained when the treatment part of the equation comes back in and they're firing on both cylinders.
Thanks so much, Glenn Silburn, for your expertise and wisdom and advice and whatnot. Really appreciate your time here on Swim or Sink. Hope you enjoyed it.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's nice to work with you again, and thanks for your time. We'll catch up soon, hopefully in person over one of those prize breakfasts down at Tye Bate Beach Cafe.
Yes, definitely. Looking forward to it. Cheers, mate. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for a bonus episode where I'm going to recap. So that's coming in the next few days, where I'm going to recap all the 8 episodes and speak about what I learned and what the main takeaways were. So that'll be a really good piece of content. So stay tuned for that. And with that, just keep swimming. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.